All right, so persuasive legal defense strategies that Dr. Dow could use. Number 5 here. So following established medical guidelines. So the argument is that Dr. Dow is operating within widely accepted medical standards. If she followed proper protocol, she cannot be criminally liable. Right? Persuasive element would be that if medical professionals are prosecuted for standard medical care, it would set a dangerous precedent where doctors could be imprisoned for routine medical decisions. Okay, so the persuasive element there is that we want to protect these doctors while they are, and if we were to prosecute these doctors, then they would be at risk of imprisonment for standard medical just practicing their medical their just for being a doctor, basically. That's the argument here. But that fails, and that fails because okay, so the following established medical guideline. Why it fails, right? Medical guidelines have historically justified unethical practices, right? So forced sterilization, for example, forced sterilization where that there's actually no conception. Forced sterilization, you're not actually killing a baby, just preventing the ovulation from happening. And I would argue that forced sterilization, which one is worse, right? To kill the baby or forced sterilization? Of course, killing is you know, probably worse. Now eugenics, right? There's a whole topic about that. Euthanasia. Here we got medical assistance in dying. We're not going to talk about that. I do apologize for the noisy background. So the fact that a practice is endorsed by medical organizations does not make it morally or legally justified, and the tribunal would view the Hippocratic Oath as overriding any modern medical policy that justifies harm. Now, there's some issues with this oath. And yes, pardon me. There's this issues with this oath here, and I do understand that there's pledges to pagan deities and all that stuff. But it does say, do no harm. Right? That we shouldn't do any kind of harm, oath or no oath. The whole idea of being a doctor is to help and not to kill. Babies. Right? We shouldn't be killing babies, right? Precedent in other crimes. Doctors who perform unethical human experiments under legal guidelines are still prosecuted. So, for example, there's some German war criminals and all that stuff. So there is a legal precedent there. Right, so that fails. Following established medical guideline will certainly fail.